I'm Stefani with Krystina Lynn, Wedding and Event Design, and
I'm Joey A from Sonic Armada and DJ Joey A Productions.
And we're here today to talk everything wedding. Welcome to Wedding Talk with Krystina Lynn, featuring DJ Joey A.
Yeah. So how are you today?
I'm good, how are you?
Doing well. Despite this crazy Michigan weather and the traffic, we are here today making this first video blog. So tell me about the wedding industry and what do you enjoy about it?
Well, right now, May is actually crazy busy for us.
Yes.
It is. Not a lot of people know that we kind of have a little bit of a break in the winter. In April, we start getting a little crazy, but we get used to having a little time off. And now May is like
full swing.
Full swing, no breaks. It's just pull your pants up, hold on, and get out there.
Absolutely. You know, our weekends are dedicated to our couples. We pretty much dedicate our entire day. So with that being said, what are the advantage of hiring a wedding planner compared to having your aunt or your mom do some of this stuff for you? So
it's funny you ask that because I get asked this question a lot, and also in my consults, I have brides that say, well, my aunt can do this, or you know what, I could do it cheaper. Would you mind setting it up for me anyways? The answer is yes. I don't mind ever. If you have a budget and I don't meet your budget, but you still need my help, if you want to make something on your own, that's fine. My biggest concern is how much money you're gonna make. When you hire a wedding planner, you're hiring the knowledge.
Yes.
I've been in the business for 13 years, so I have 13 years of knowledge. I worked for several different companies to learn what I know. So, for instance, I do a lot of pipe and drape, and brides think that they can go and buy some fabric
from Amazon.
I
mean, you can. But it's not the same thing compared to somebody who's seasoned like you, who've been through different vendors and looked at different fabrics.
Yes.
Instead of
just putting it together.
Absolutely.
One pipe and drape we'll say, is a 12-foot across. It takes me almost 45 minutes to do, and I've been doing it for a long time. But you have all the piping, all the bases, there's pins involved. There's just so much involvement that you don't even realize. And then, so if I quote you $400, you might spend $800 on everything just to have the same look as that I have.
Absolutely.
And that's where we're saving you money, because we come and tear it down, and you don't have to worry about what am I going to do with this?
Yeah.
Or, okay, well, how am I going to sell this? Because your needs might not be the same as another bride.
Yeah.
And you might be holding on to this for a while. I do love inheriting things from brides. I inherit mason jars.
Those are awesome.
Great. And so a lot of mason jars I have, because brides don't know what to do. I joke that I should have invested in the mason jar business.
Right.
If I would have known that this was going to be a huge thing, I would have done it a long time ago. So you're paying for that, and you're paying for stress-free.
Yes, which is, I think, a very important thing for weddings, because on the week of, it gets a little, it
gets crazy. It's about, I would say, planning with brides. They're pretty relaxed when I'm working with them. But that 2-month mark, the 3-month mark, they start freaking out on me, and I gotta pull them back and be like, hold up.
Yeah.
You're fine. You're just freaking out. And the 10 days before, they freak out the 10 days before, and then by like 3 days before their wedding, they're like, whatever. I don't even care anymore. I give up. And that's where I'm here for you, because I contact all the vendors. I make sure everyone knows that, the timeline and when they're coming for setup, because the hall might tell them one thing and tell me another thing and forget to update them. Because a lot of times they don't realize is the halls are flipping the rooms too. So if you have a later setup, like a 3 o'clock, that's because they had a shower
earlier that day,
and they can't flip the room until 3. So they can't have anyone come in, the vendors. We know how long it takes. So say 3 to 5 is our window to set up. We know how much staff we need.
Yes.
Depending on what your needs are for your wedding. So if you have 300 chair covers, I have 6 girls working on those, because it takes a long time to put 300 chair covers on.
Absolutely. And you know what? I think I told you about my mom at my wedding. So she was like, hey, we can save a few dollars if we do the chair covers or something. No, Mom. Let's hire somebody that that will do it, because I don't want to worry about it on my wedding day. I don't want my mom to be stressed out, and the couple $100s that we would save, it would stress us out more. So to me, really hiring a wedding planner, a coordinator for the day of, it just takes away a lot of the stress.
It does, and you
can enjoy your day.
Exactly. I've seen a whole wall of drape fall. They didn't have it set right, and if you don't set up a wall right and the base is not level, that's when they fall.
Yes.
I didn't freak out, but imagine if your mom was there setting up the chair covers. That's all she would talk about to you.
Yes.
And then you're stressed out because you're like, oh my God, my wedding. Like, what is it going to look like? How is my wife going to feel walking in there? Like, do I need to tell her? I don't want to ruin her day. Like, and then you're not going to even be in the moment for the ceremony. And that's really what we want for you. Just like with your clients, you walk through them, you know, you make your own timeline if they don't have a wedding planner, which is great. And why don't you tell everyone a little bit about how you do a little different than most DJs?
So, just like Chris, I'll organize the flow chart of the day, usually months before, so we kind of have a draft outline of what's going to go on. Having a wedding coordinator or wedding planner makes my life so much easier, because they'll handle a lot of the little logistics, little details here and there, and all I got to do is really just check with the wedding planner, like Krystina, and hey, you know what? We're in sync with the same page, or perhaps the bride switched something at the last minute, and instead of me bothering the bride, I can talk to Chris or whatever wedding planner I'm working with, and they can usually straighten that out. So these are the advantages of having professionals in your team, really just to take away the stress of the day, so you can have a fun, stress-free, and a memorable event. And
we work together, and I like when my job is done. My job isn't done until after dinner. But what I mean by it being done is I don't hover over Joey or any DJs. I don't hover over the photographers or videographers. I introduce them to each other if they've never worked together. I say, have a little powwow, get back to me if anything changes. But you guys, I mean, really, like if I work with Joey, I say, Joey, you got this. I'm gonna sit back, make sure everyone's in line, not talking when they're not supposed to be, because they're excited to walk into the room. But you know, I just I'm almost like there just to sideline, like if he needs anything. I'm like a sideline coach. You're like the wedding planners are like your best friend for the day. That's how I can see it. Or through the whole process. Whether you're planning it in a short amount of time or a 2-year span, because we've had clients that will book our services a year, 2 years in advance, or sometimes it's 2 to 3 months depending on whatever happens. Different usually scenarios. My brides that are engaged for 2 years, it's because they're finishing school. And that's really important to them. So they want to be done so that they can enjoy a honeymoon after. Absolutely. And you know what? A lot of couples actually tend to do that with whether they're finishing their bachelor's or master's degree, planning a wedding, and buying a house. So in closing, really, what is the advantage of hiring professional DJ, professional photographer, videographers, wedding planners? What are the advantages of that? Our knowledge, and that your day's going to run smooth and stress-free, and we're going to make sure that it happens. And we work as a team. Absolutely. And here's the best part. When you're hiring professional wedding vendors, hire somebody that is doing this full-time, and when you talk to them on the phone or see them in person, you can kind of tell the people who loves what they do and the people who are just doing it for the money. Nothing wrong for people doing it for the money, but nothing. I would suggest invest in somebody who loves this and is passionate. Yes, and it's not just there looking at you like a paycheck. They're really there because they want to be a part of your big day. Yeah, we want to be a part of your day. We want to see you smile at the end of the day. There's nothing more rewarding to us than a happy couple. Absolutely. And them coming up to us at the end of the day saying, I could not have done this without you. And that's all we need. That's all I want at the end of the day. I want to make sure that you guys are happy. Again, my name is Joey A. from Sonic Armada and DJ Joey Productions. My friend Krystina Stefani with Krystina Lynn, Wedding and Event Design. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.